Hi, it's Jeff from Sunnyland Patio. Today I want to show you how to replace these broken adjustment brackets on a Chaise lounge. Welcome to my shop. Alright, so to replace the adjustment brackets on your Chaise lounge, you've got your old piece of bracket, of course, which we'll be using this 4 position. This is the 30-904B, which is for black 4 position. Then we have the 30-904, which is the white version of the 4 position. And then this down here is the 30-908, which is a 6 position bracket, a little less common. Today, as I said, we're going to use the 30-904 because that's what matches our lounge best. Hammer can be useful. Drill with a Phillips bit if you have Phillips screws, of course. And then sometimes you'll need a new drill bit also. This is a 5/32 drill bit, and then some number 10 screws, 1/2-inch screws. And that we can install the brackets with. Alright, so replacing the adjustment bracket now. Sometimes these are riveted on. These happen to be an easier installation because they're Phillips screws, but I wanted to give you a quick idea on if it was a rivet. A lot of times what I like to do is I'll just take a hammer and I'll break off the old pieces. Sometimes it'll need also a screwdriver, and I'll take those off and we'll break off all these pieces until I just have a rivet there. And what I would do from that point then is I could just take it out with a pair of pliers, by cutting off the end of the rivet. If that's the case and you have a rivet gun, then you would be able to do your installation with the rivets. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the simple screws and put them back in with that. So I'm just removing the 3 screws. You want to make sure that these prongs, let's say, or the positions are facing towards the top of the lounge. That's the way they always go. If you do it the opposite way, well, you'll be doing it again. So make sure you put them on the top like this. So all we would do, this one happens to even line up the holes from the old bracket. It's not always the case. These brackets aren't made on every lounge, but they are adaptable, which a nice feature is what we can always do is take a 5/32 drill bit, and so if this hole didn't match up or I wanted to make mine a little bit off, what I typically will do if these holes don't all line up, I'll take my bracket and I'll move it up 1/4 of an inch and then put my screw in to hold it in place while I finish completing the other 2 holes. So we've got that in place. So all we would do to finish this then, if the holes weren't lined up, is to finish drilling the other 2 holes and insert the screws. In this case here, I'll just go ahead and go back to the original holes. Always a good idea to do both sides because usually they're pretty brittle and worn out once they break. So I would, for safety purposes, recommend you always replace both brackets at the same time and make sure that it's in good working order. If a bracket was to slip and fall back, you could get a neck injury. Probably pretty unlikely, but there's always the case. So you want to keep people safe. Well, we've installed our new adjustment brackets and our lounge is back in good working order. Back to being real safe again and working properly. I hope this helps you in your repairs, and thanks for watching.